Hey guys. Hey y'all. Yay. This is something. Let me know if y'all are here. It's lunchtime somewhere and somebody's, hey, there they are, Kia and y'all. Hey y'all. So we are gonna get into this video. I can't see my comments on here. Y'all, this was kind of deep. So, we are, today we are going to have one of my favorite videos, my reaction videos, where there's Miss April. Hey, Miss April. Where we have some commentary on certain topics that are sent to me in DMs and things like that. Hey, no subby, Dove, hey. So I like these videos because it helps me to kind of bring a point home. It helps me to kind of give an example of, okay, remember when we talked about this? This is what I mean, type of thing. So it's cold today. It's cold down here, and so I got my sweater on, and I've been really kind of not necessarily meditating, but I've been kind of thinking about and mulling over and considering what I would say about this, because I want to approach this gently, I will say, because I can see so much of myself in her. Like I said on one of my last videos where I did like a commentary on it, I can see so much of myself in her, my former self. And so I want to kind of give you guys this topic based on my experience and based on how I would want somebody to give me the information. So I'm talking to y'all as if I'm talking to her, basically. So, here we go. So there was a video that came out, I believe it was September of last year. So that would make it, 4 months old. And apparently this has been circulating. I had no clue. So somebody sent me this video and said, hey, what are your thoughts on this? And at first, the clip was of somebody else's reaction to what she was saying. And of course, it was a man. But then I went searching for the actual video and I found it. And that's what I posted here. So that's kind of the full video that was posted on V103's Instagram page for their IGTV. And so I just kind of took that and posted it here. But I had never seen it, had never heard anything about it. I didn't even know that she had made these comments, again, because I'm in my little bubble normally. So then when I'm looking at the video, I'm like, oh my word. I don't know. And you know how TV it can be. So I really hope I was hoping, I'll say, that it was edited to kind of like put stuff in her mouth, or maybe they were trying to make her look crazy. Maybe, I was reading too much into it as far as what I was seeing from her. But after watching it a couple times and going over it, I'm like, man, she really did say this stuff. So, accountability. That's going to be our word for 2020. Because, there goes Steven. There goes Steven. He won't put $1. He will not donate $1, but he will comment on every single video. Anyway, so accountability is going to be the word of this year. Last year it was toxic and, all these other words that we came up with. But this year is going to be about accountability. Because as women, we are almost raised to be unaccountable. If somebody does something to a little girl, they'll say, who did it? who did it? Who hurt my baby? You know, I'm going to go hurt them because they hurt you. So it's kind of ingrained in us that we kind of put off the responsibility of our stuff onto other people. Well, I know this was the case for me. Some ladies didn't have this in their lives. So again, I'm probably speaking out of turn, but a lot of little girls are raised this way. She had her dad in her life. I had my dad in my life. And that's what daddies do. Whenever there's somebody that hurts their baby girl, they're like, daddy's going to go fix it, right? Well, as you get older and as you get beyond the age of I was raised, you have to take some sort of accountability. So we're going to talk about the things that K. Michelle said, and we're going to talk about the things that Derrick Jaxn said, because they both had very valid points. But of course, the video highlights some of the bad points that she had to say. And so we're going to get into that. There we go. Interesting that they say it's women who didn't have a father present. Well, I'm talking to most of my audience, I think it's 96% of my audience and Stephen are women. So that's who I speak to. I don't really talk to men. I don't give advice to men because I'm not a man. So I can't really speak to men and give them advice or anything like that because I don't know how to be a man. And so I don't even speak to women. But I say that some women didn't have that because a lot of women don't. A lot of people don't have fathers in their homes. They don't have people who are, they don't have male figures in the home. So that's what I was referring to, just to kind of clear that up. So the first statement that Miss K. Michelle said was the best, most relevant, most true statement from her in the whole entire video. Literally, almost the very first thing she said, and I'm sure it was edited to appear to be this way, is she says, and I quote, "Everything I have been through has been because of lack of self-esteem and men being in the middle of it." Now, they started this video off with that statement, and that could have been the end of the show. That could have been the end of the show. That could have been, we're done. I preached. It's over with. Because at the end of the day, that is exactly why her perspective is the way that she is. That's exactly why she's gone through some of the things that she's gone through. That's exactly why her circumstances have played out the way that they have. When you have low self-esteem, you become the poster child for dusty baby daddies. You become the, when I say a blaring target, come get me, I need a dusty, come get me. I mean, good Lord. You can stand out in the middle of the street with a sign and say, hey, I want only a dusty man that is going to con me, get over on me, cheat on me, use my PP, and leave me alone. When you present yourself as a woman who is broken, I'll call her a broken woman. So they put that at the very front of the video. I'm sure they did it on purpose to make it seem like, oh, this lady is clearly crazy, because the whole rest of that video was a shitstorm of I need therapy, somebody abused me, and I'm crazy, right? For real, because that video, I was just like, oh my God, the whole time I was like, oh Lord, I hope somebody sent her one of my videos. She needs, because nobody in her life is telling her anything. You can tell. So let's talk about her demeanor. Okay. So she was very, and maybe that's why people say, or people have told me at times that I resemble her, because I can be very direct and very, with people. And so maybe at times I have appeared to be a little over emotional. I understand that, I know. But she was yelling. She was literally yelling. Like towards the end of the video, she was speaking to a caller that called in on the phone, and she was going off on this dude. You not in the 1% of the good men. You not even a man. And it was so cringy. It was so cringy that she was being this aggressive. And these two men were trying, three men actually, were trying to help her. The third guy really didn't even say anything. But so Frank Ski was like the dad, like I said in the previous video. He was kind of like the dad giving some older man advice. And then you had Mr. Derrick Jaxn, who is a young guy. You know, he's a strapping young man, chocolate, got muscles, real tall and big and all of that. And, you know, I don't know this man from a can of paint. Some of y'all in that last video, y'all need to be if she go to counseling tonight, you need to go tomorrow. So serious. Because y'all going in on this man, calling him, oh, he's a Becky loving, this and that, and I can't stand him, he be lying. First of all, did Derrick Jaxn lie to you? He didn't lie to you. You don't even know this man. You don't know him from a can of paint. You black women, I'm talking to black women. Where's Pastor Strength? Skip my participation juice. Y'all, we have to do better with it. I almost didn't even want, I posted that video and here come all the ignorant comments. And I was like, oh God, I almost didn't even want to do this video because it is so hard to even want to help somebody that think they already know everything. How you know anything about Derrick Jaxn other than what you read on the internet? You don't know this man. Did he lie to you? Did he lie to you? Did he, cheat on you? No. Is he your baby daddy? No, you don't know this man from a can of paint. Listen to what he's saying and take it logically instead of, oh, he be lying. So I posted the video on YouTube like 30 minutes before I posted this one. If you haven't watched it, go back after this one is over and watch that one. Don't watch it now. Don't click off now. You got to stay here. But after this one, go watch that. So anyway, so many women want to be like, oh, he's men in the comments of my past video. He's Derrick Jaxn is a simp. And the women, he only like white girls. He only blah, blah, blah. What that got to do with this, with what he was trying to tell her? What they were giving her was some real A1 number one, straight from the horse's mouth, wrapped in testicles game. And she's so bitter, hurt, and battered by the decisions that she made for herself that she couldn't even receive it. Do you understand that? This lady is real grown. Like she's probably pushing 40. Somebody Google it. I know somebody in here know how old she is. Somebody in here know her whole life story. I don't know her like that. But she's probably pushing 40. Okay. She was on this thing talking about, let me see what she said. She said, I wasn't raised right. She's telling a man this, which means some stranger. She's never met Derrick Jaxn as far as I know, but she's telling a stranger this over the airwaves for other men to hear. I wasn't raised right. 33. Dang, she 33 and see, that's what I'm saying. I thought she was 40 something. The way she interacts and talks, she really sounds much older, but I wonder why. Let's get into that too. So she's telling a man this, basically if you tell a man that I wasn't raised right. Somebody said, but she had both parents. Just because you have both parents doesn't mean you were raised properly. Sip that tea. But okay, y'all, I have so many thoughts. Let me gather myself. I'm sorry. Okay. So she basically told him I wasn't raised right, which means I didn't have a proper start, which probably means that I am in my space right now without exactly what I need to be a whole person. Why would you say something like that about yourself over the airwaves and for other people to see. I could see if you was on Dr. Phil or Oprah or somebody trying to get some help. But why would you say that in the context of we're speaking about relationships and I'm going to tell you that I clearly know I'm already jacked up? I'm just saying. Just saying. So keep that in mind as well. So her statement that I guess people went all crazy. She says, I need therapy, she basically says, I have lack of self-esteem. Then her next statement was, men aren't good people. She says, men aren't good people. And I'll be John Brown if there are not, I have had literal, probably at this point, because we're almost at 200 videos, literally hundreds of comments of women saying the same thing. Men aren't safe. Men are dogs. I hate men. Men are just headaches. Why do we even have to, entertain men? I hate men. Why is this? Why is it that you can put your dysfunctions off of or onto the lap of someone else? Yes, she's probably referring to black males because she said in the video as well that she liked hood boys with dreads and, gold teeth and all of that. So she possibly could be talking about black men. Of course, she's a black woman. It kind of, but still, what does that have to do with anything? There are loads and loads and loads of good men who happen to be black. Somebody catch that tea. You attract what you are. I've done this video. When I edit, we're gonna pin it here. You cannot attract what you are not. How about this? If you are a low self-esteem, tolerant, always forgiving, as she said in the video, woman, why would you attract somebody who is going to treat you properly when you don't even have the self-esteem enough to stand up for yourself and make a man accountable for his actions? If you don't think enough of yourself to make a man accountable for his actions, to stop him the first time he cheats, stop him the first time he cusses you out, stop him the first time he doesn't come home or doesn't show up for a date, he's an hour late. If you don't stop that behavior, guess what? It's not his fault that it keeps on happening. If my toddler slaps me at home, pulls my wig off and ooh, come on, Pastor, pulls my wig off and, tells people my business and, doesn't eat all his food and won't go to the potty by himself and wants to keep staying in the bed with me until he's 9 years old, what do you think is going to happen? He's going to continue to do that. It's going to keep going on. So just like with the man, if you don't nip that stuff in the bud initially, you cannot blame the whole male species or whatever you call it, the whole male population for your bad choices. The common denominator, I've done that video. The common denominator is always you. Every single person you're dating can't be wrong, baby. Every single black man can't be the bane of your existence. Every single man that you're dating can't be wrong. Because guess what? That same dude that cheated on you would put a chastity belt on for the next one. How about that? The same man that cheated on you wouldn't dream of cheating on the very next woman he gets with after you. Now, what kind of sense is that? What kind of sense is that? It's you, baby. It is you, baby. It's you. Every single situation you've been involved in, every single circumstance, of course, as an adult, is because of something that you've created and you've allowed. And she made the statement, well, when are we going to stop holding men accountable? Why is it always the woman's fault? It's your fault because it's your life. If you have people in your life that treat you poorly, that is your fault and no one else's. Not another person should be to blame if you keep laying down and letting people step all over you. Period. 100%. So she basically refused in the video to hold herself accountable for anything. She was like, nope, it's not my fault. These men are all dogs. How can you? And then they were giving her great examples of how her comparison was very skewed and illogical, and she could not hear it. She couldn't receive it because she was too busy looking for someone to blame. So as soon as she said, I had low self-esteem, then she immediately said, men are just not good people. None of them, not a one of them. Not nobody. And I'm like, how is that even logical? You have self-esteem issues, but you're saying that everybody else is the problem. Then she says, it's not just me, y'all. It ain't just me to say I'm not the problem. She says, there's women who come up to me and they tell me about their problems too. But guess what? Guess what, y'all? This lady is a beautiful singer. She has a very awesome, beautiful voice. She's a really good singer. And guess what she sings about? Just like Mary J. Blige. She's a little baby Mary J. Blige. She sings about heartbreak. He cheated. You can't raise him. And she writes a lot of her songs, ironically. So what do you think? Let's get into some of this. Let's get into some of this word. Y'all know my little 11:11. Let's get into some of this word about love. Shall we? So, she sings and writes about poor decision-making, bad relationships between men and women. That is all she writes about and sings about. That's what she's known for. You want a good breakup song? Buy one of her albums, and you'll have hours and hours of fun wallowing in the muck and mire of her music. It's pretty freaking depressing, right? So, how can you attract what you are not, guys? How is that possible? You write about it, spelling, shall we? You write about it, then you not only speak about it in conversations with other women, but then you're singing and creating melodies and repeating it over. And don't you know you have to practice when you sing? So as you're singing, you're saying this, and then you're saying it over, and then you're saying it over, and then you're saying it over. I hope this don't mess up her, record sales. Go buy the record, Lord. Go buy her music, Lord. Don't let me get copyrighted for this. But I'm saying, you're speaking and writing and saying it over and over and over. So it's no wonder that women flock to you to tell you about their problems and their issues with their men, because guess what? You've already placed yourself in this spiral of a spell or a spiral of a whatever that you have created. She's been creating it over and over and over again. Then you're allowing yourself to sit in it and keep creating it over and over and over again when you, in real life, allow a man to continue to do the same thing to you over and over and over again. Somebody say over and over again. Over and over again. You have to think. You really have to think as women. What in the... Okay, so for about, I'm going to say a good 3 to 5 years of my personal life, I was dating the same person over and over. And I've probably said this. I was dating the same person over and over, but it was a different man. Literally, I'm talking about probably 20. Pastor was getting down through there. Anyway, probably about 20 of the same guy over and over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was bitter. I was mad. I was the one hollering about all men are dogs. But I can't go with all men are dogs, because I have known a man in my life. The very first man I've ever known was he was heaven to me, heaven on earth. My dad, it didn't get any better than my dad to me as a little girl. Like I couldn't even imagine a better man even existing, okay? So I knew that men can be good because the very first man I've ever met was a good man. So then I'm like, well, what is going on? Something got to be going on that I keep attracting these men to me. Something got to be going on. What is it? So then that's when it's time for you to have a come to Jesus or heaven, get in the universe. Somebody, you need to have a meeting with yourself and say, self, what is wrong with you? What is wrong? One more, man. We about to get deep in this word, y'all. So that's when you say, we're going to pretend like this is ourself. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? And you say, self. And self say, And you say, what are you doing? Why do you continue to deal with the same set of circumstances? And then self should say, I don't know. Something is wrong. You have to hold. Hey, boo. Anyway, sorry. You have to, if you have to reparent yourself. If you feel like, okay, I wasn't raised the way I need to be raised. I wasn't taught the way I need to be taught. I wasn't given what I need. Go to counseling. Talk to somebody else. Call your grandmother. Talk to somebody that got good sense. Somebody that you want to be like. If you see somebody living the life you want to live, talk to them and say, hey, how are you able to do this? Because I'm trying to recreate these results for myself. Something has got to give, but you've got to be accountable for your own actions. Nothing that happens to you as an adult is not your fault. Now, some stuff may have happened to you as a child and, whatever. But once you get up into the 30s and 40s and 50s and 90s, eventually, baby, you got to say, okay, I'm crazy. It's official. I'm crazy. I'm crazy and I know I'm crazy. Let me step back and see what the heck is going on, because I'm crazy. I've had to do it. Y'all know, y'all have only gotten a little teensy glimpse of my personality. But can you imagine the foolish behavior that I was involved in before I had a sit down, come to myself meeting with myself? Can you imagine the foolery that I have been involved in? The stalking and the hollering and screaming and baby, I done stole cars from men. You can't go cheat with her. I'm gonna take your keys. Ooh, Father alone will know all about. Man, y'all, you'll understand it better by and by. That's a church song too. Understand it better by and by. Y'all know that song? Oh, it shifted back? Oh, excuse me. Thank you, Kay. My wig had shifted. But I got a little excited. But I'm saying, y'all, I have really been crazy. Before. I really have. And I had to sit back and be like, okay, You keep this up, you're going to jail. Keep it up and you're going to jail. Eventually, somebody is not going to feel sorry for you and they're going to call the police, baby. So you got to stop. You really have to stop. Hello? But it was his fault. But he said, I posted this on my Instagram today. But he told me, he said, we're not bringing he said into 2020. I don't give a darn what he told you. He can tell you, oh, trust me, I won't ever hurt you. You the fool if you believe it, especially if he's already done it. Stop relying on what he said and rely on yourself to know, okay, feels like it's true. It feels like it's not true. Just saying. Pastor went off the beaten path, but I felt like I needed to say that. Just saying. So then she said, they're cheating. They should know better because their cheating just destroys their partner. How is a man cheating on you going to destroy you? First of all, you're destroying yourself if you stay after the first time you find out. Stupid. Oh, I said we wasn't going to say stupid in 20. One moment. Pastor's in timeout. Sorry. You destroy yourself. Who else is trying? You know what? Let's just moderators. Anyway, you've wasted your own time when you have allowed yourself to sit there over and over when he keeps cheating on you. The first time he cheats, you need to leave. Simple. And Derrick Jaxn even alluded to this. He said the guy she's with now isn't the guy she needs to be with, but she's still there with him. He even said that, and she knows the man that she's with isn't the man she needs to be with, but she's still there. Come on now. So anyway, so she said it destroys you. If a man cheating on you destroys you, then you're not much of a human being anyway. You got to have something in yourself to say, oh, you cheating? Okay, well, let me leave or let me stay. But something has got to give. Something has got to give, honestly. So, and they made, and I don't know this about him to be true or not true, but they made him, Derrick Jaxn, out to be a very emotionally intelligent, very patient, very calm individual. I don't know if he is that way in real life. I don't know. But the way he appeared on this video in comparison to Michelle was very emotionally intelligent, and she appeared to be very emotionally immature. And that's sad, y'all. That is so sad. Seriously. At some point, you have to grow up. You have to get over what is and what was and be accountable. Because she was talking real crazy, and he was like, that's different. Oh. Well, she definitely has some valid points because that's genuinely how she feels. And I was like, what the heck? This dude is crazy. Aw, thank you, Taylor. Thank you so much for that. I was like, this dude is really either he's like, what the heck is going on? He's a real smooth talker. Again, TV kind of makes it appear that way. So I don't know that about him, but that's the way it appeared in the video. And then she said something, let me go, hold on. So then she goes on to say, he was like, well, if you're trying to attract a man and some point that Derrick made. And she says, who cares about what attracts him? I pay my own bills right now. But she also said that she's been with a guy for 3 years that she's known for 20 years. And that's her man. But she's paying all of her own bills. Accountability. How does that even go together? I thought he was your man. If he's your man, why are you paying all of your own bills, baby? That don't even make good sense. That right there. Hello? And then you've been with him for 3 years. Then she said, y'all know I'm the code cracker. Because I can look at stuff in the physical realm, and I see right through it. I get the energy behind what she's saying. Then she says that there are babies about to be born. So I don't know that she's pregnant. I'm pretty sure she's not pregnant. Maybe they have a surrogate or something like that. But how are you proposing babies with a man who doesn't pay your bills? So you're gonna not only continue in the dysfunction, you're going to add a baby or babies into this equation. Didn't say anything about getting married. Didn't say anything about an engagement, but you said there's babies about to be born. What? How does that go together? But you're surprised that you are going through the things that you're going through. You're surprised that you've been beaten and battered and bruised and cheated on. Nobody else is, though. From the outside looking in, it's clear as day why the things have happened to you. And it's because you've not only allowed them, but at this point, you've welcomed them. You're welcoming the dysfunction at this point, because if you feel like adding a child to all of that drama is going to help you, then something is clearly off. Something is off. Just saying, y'all. And then she made a statement that a lot of y'all, I hate to keep doing this, but this hair is really heavy, and in this ponytail it keeps, so Pastor didn't glue her down. I was busy. So anyway, so then she says, I'm going to submit to my bag, my career, and my child, my kids. My bag, my career, and my kids. So why are you surprised that that's the only thing you're going to have? If the only thing you're able to submit to is a bag and your career and your children, that's all you're going to have. Now, I'm not saying, y'all know I did the video, going to pin it here, about Fantasia. And she talked about women submitting to their husbands and yada, yada, yada. And it was a whole big old stink all over the internet. I happen to be a proponent for submission. I do. I think that women should submit to the male energy, the masculine energy, the provider, protector energy. I don't think you should submit to any man that comes along. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to submit to just anything. I'm not saying submit to any and everything, but if you have a provider and this man is doing his job as a man, then why wouldn't you want to submit to that? Just saying, my thoughts. I'm a Southern girl. It is what it is. But it's been working for me. Though I am in the submissive role, the woman, Michaela Pink, my government name, am in control of every single relationship that I'm in right now. Me. Hey, I am. I'm in control. Though I am submissive, I am very, 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 by outside appearances, submissive to my boyfriends. I'm in the power position. They do what I want. Here they come. Here comes the cavalry. Why? Because the person who's able to submit is in the power role. We'll be talking about that later. There's not a whole lot of space for that here. Just saying. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. And then she says, why don't you feel, because he said, ooh, I feel for the man. I feel for your boyfriend. Ooh, I feel for him. And she says, I'm not submitting to no one. Right. Good vibes. And most women won't. That's why there's 46% of black women don't have husbands. and have never been married. Why is that? Wonder why. We'll be talking about that soon too. I'm not, y'all, I'm black. Y'all see me, I'm black. Clearly, I'm black. So I don't want to be a white woman. I don't want, I love, my Africanness, and, maybe one day I'll visit Africa and get back to my roots and kumbaya and go visit the slave ships and stuff. Hey, I love being black. What I'm saying is, just because you are submitting doesn't mean you're in a lesser role. You can submit and have total control of the money. But I'm gonna school y'all on that too, because submission is not a bad word. Submission is not a nasty word. And a lot of black women especially, I know, we have people from all over the world that watch me, but a lot of black women, African Americans, this right here, this topic right here is why there is a crippling amount of homes that don't have fathers. Just saying. I'm just saying. I'm gonna whisper because I know that was a lot that got in some people's chests. So I'm gonna whisper. Send you kisses because I don't want any, bad whatever. But I'm just saying, y'all. Yes, and it does happen with white people too. Look at Jana. Jana says it happens with white people too. I know it happens with everybody. But I know that in the African American community, baby, we are ate up with, I'm not submitting to nobody. Okay. And you won't have to, because nobody's going to be with you. Just saying. Then they want to be like, that's why he only like white girls. Just saying. There are black men who are wealthy. There are black men who are providers. There are black men who care for their women. There are. I have been with so many men who were with a woman and he ain't nothing but a dog. He gonna treat you worse than me. You don't need to be with him, girl. He is horrible. He cheated on me. He did whoop, whoop, whoop. And he treated me like a princess. And I'm looking like, wonder why that is. Just because I understand. I know how to. Y'all have to. Anyway. So then, the next point. Frank Ski gave her the game. The light-skinned older guy gave her the game. He handed it to her, and she couldn't even receive it because she's so bitter, and all of her walls, as she's described them, are so built up that she couldn't even hear what this man was telling her. He said, I swear, Stephen. He told her, gold diggers, y'all know this was my favorite part of the video. If you know what my favorite part of the video was, raise your hand. He told her, he gave her the game as an older man who's been on the earth longer than you, dated more people than you, been with more people than you, seen more things that you could ever see, been more places you could ever be. He told her, and he told you by way of me. Everybody say, thank you, Michaela. Thank you, Michaela. Look at Molly and Mindy. No, sorry. That was just, sorry. He gave her the game. And he gave you the game. He said, gold diggers are magic manipulators. Women have been able to manipulate every situation known to man. He told her that. The other two men in the room co-signed it. They said, He said, no, Even Derrick kind of said, man, you giving up too much game. He even said it. Go back and watch it. Go back and watch that video after we get done here and like it and comment and say something under the video, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget, hit the bell icon, all those wonderful things. He told her, gold diggers are magic. And this man said magic. Do you know he said magic? Somebody say magic. Ah! I might change the name of this channel to Magic Michaela. Why don't we? Magic manipulators. Women have a power over men that is unreal. And most women don't know it. And they don't use it. They're afraid of it. Why is he all over me? Oh my God. All he want to do is have sex with me. Magic. Magic. All he wants to do is talk about this. I don't want to talk about that. Magic. Magic. When I tell you that, a man will fall to his knees for a woman that's using that magic. A man will, please, babe, please, I just want you. Please, can you just call me back? I miss you so much. Crying. Grown. Big grown, 6'7", big old tall, big grown men crying on the phone. Please, I just want to hear you. I just want to hear you. Just please, can you please just call me back? And I'll be like, shit, don't fucking call me. Where's my money, sir? No. You know what? You messed up. You knew you messed up. So now I need some mess up compensation. You messed up. Are you sad? You want to talk to me? What are you going to do about it? You're sad. I need you to be sad on paper. Can we be sad on paper, sir? I like when you're sad. I like when you're sad like this. I'm sad too. How much is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sad. We're sad. Let's be sad like this. Just saying. Y'all have to know your power. And this is, of course, after things have already been established and he's my boyfriend, and we're exclusive. We're exclusive with one another, and he's taking care of his baby girl, the princess. Because nobody likes to see the princess cry, right? I'm so upset. I can't believe you said that nasty word to me. You're married, but I thought you loved me. Stop it. No, I can't. Y'all gotta learn, but y'all wanna be, I ain't submitting to nobody. I'm not submitting, no. Y'all wanna be Wreck-It Ralph. Y'all, instead of Bob the Builder, y'all wanna be Wreck-It Ralph in these relationships. I pay my own bills and I'm the woman. Oh, yeah? Okay. You're going to be paying them in 5 years, too. You're going to be paying them next month and the month after that and the month after that because you want to be stupid. I'm not submitting. No. But girls like me, we're magic. Hey, you haven't called me. You haven't called me all week. How am I supposed to get my hair done and you didn't call me? I just don't know. I don't know how I can. I don't know if I can forgive you. I gotta go click and hang the phone up. You're back blocked. Oh well. You gotta know your power. You gotta know your power. Just saying. Y'all have to learn the game. You have the tools available. Who's Raid? Who's talking about Raid? You have to know your power, and she doesn't know her power. They were telling her and you are more powerful than you know, and you won't embrace it. You won't embrace it. You won't listen to somebody trying to tell you. I try to tell you, y'all don't want to listen. I give you the game, and then you drop the bag. Okay, so maybe I should tell you in other ways. So I put up different types of videos. Oh my God, isn't this a copyright infringement? How are you able to even put videos up there? That's not your content. That's not your content. Why are you posting about that? Y'all don't block these people that are, don't block the people that are speaking Chinese or whatever. We need these comments. Anyway, I'm just saying, y'all are so busy watching the messenger. Ooh, I heard this about her on the internet. Ooh, girl, I don't know. Girl, Derrick Jaxn always be talking to them white girls. He don't even like black girls. You can't receive a message because you so busy judging and can't hear. And she want to be white. Girl, look, she always wearing that long wig. You know her best friend, she ain't even black, no way. Y'all so busy wanting to create drama and do that. You can't get your blessing. You can't get your word and what you were supposed to hear from whatever was posted because you too busy looking at the messenger. You too busy judging. You too busy trying to find something wrong with it because it's going to pull you so far out of your comfort zone that you can't even receive the message that was supposed to be for you. There are 344 people on this video right now. Don't you know that there is something in this that is specifically for you? I don't know what piece of this talk was for you, but there's something in it for you. Could it be that you're supposed to purchase one of those courses underneath this? I don't know. Could it be that you're supposed to purchase a consultation? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Whatever it is, there's something that is supposed to be in this for you to hear. You wouldn't have clicked on the video. You wouldn't have been available for the video if it was not for you specifically. You would have been taking your lunch break at a different time today. You would have been, somewhere else. You would have been unavailable to hear the video and participate in the live and do this and do that if you were not supposed to be here. If that weren't the case. Just saying. Just saying. It is what it is. So I have a lunch date. So Pastor has got to go. I hope you guys got a lot out of this. I'm going to edit the other video and include it in this video. If you are a videographer and you know how to edit videos and make me look all cute, and when my wig starts slipping, you know how to put that stuff in there and put some graphics in here and put some people down here, and if you know how to do all of that stuff, hit me up, DM me, send me a message. I need a videographer because this would have been much easier had I been able to play the video while I'm in it and talk and do all that stuff. I don't know how to do that stuff. I don't. So I had to make all these videos. But I want to get this message out. Oh, what is this? Miss O'Neila, international money, international. Y'all, we're going to do a sexy international money this year. International money. Are we going to twerk? Are we still twerking? Is twerking a thing in 2020? Because I feel like I still have a twerk or two in me for the international. Let me see, a mini twerk. International money. Now I can make it wiggle with nothing. Anyway. MICHAELA, I know some women who end up crying because they like to be independent. Yes. Yes, so true. So true. Some women scream independent, but then you crying trying to figure out how you gonna pay your rent, how you're gonna pay your bills. I can't do this, I can't do, but I'm not submitting to nobody. You submit to that job, you submit to that time clock. Anyway, Pastor has a lunch date. All the courses are down below. All of the boot camps can be purchased now. If you don't click on the links below, you can go to my website, www.pinkprintacademy.com. There is a free Facebook group, and there is also a paid Facebook group that you are more than welcome to participate in. Again, I hope you guys got a lot out of this video. I appreciate you for watching. And I'm Michaela Pink, and that's what I think.